What it do, what it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome to Ash Neil's Radio. I am your host, Ash Neil. That is I. So, we talking to y'all. Damn. Trump, not again, y'all. So, it was another attempt on his life. Now, I'm gonna just set the record straight. I'm not a supporter, but niggas is tripping. I don't know what's going on. So, we trying to break the news as it's coming out. So, I guess Trump was golfing at Mar-a-Lago, and Secret Service heard shots run out, and I guess somebody seen someone in the bushes with a long gun. But this shit's getting crazy, y'all. Everything's breaking like right now. So we're gonna see what CNN had to say. Hold on.
Continuing our breaking news live coverage after the FBI says it is investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump. We are told the former president is safe after shots were fired in his vicinity while he was golfing at his club in West Palm Beach, Florida. That's just about a 15-minute drive from where his Mar-a-Lago club is in Palm Beach, Florida. Moments ago, we got an account from the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office detailing how all of this unfolded, Wolf, and it is quite stunning.
Mic check.
It's stunning and very detailed. In fact, very, very revealing. Law enforcement officials saying a person has been detained in connection with this incident that occurred at the Trump International Golf Club around 1:30 p.m. Eastern earlier this afternoon. U.S. Secret Service agents fired gunshots at the suspect, who they believe was armed and intended to target former President Trump. An AK-style long-arm rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks, and a GoPro camera were recovered. Let's go to our panel right now and get Charles Ramsey's assessment of what's going on. The fact that there was a scope, Chief Ramsey, it says to me, it explains, I think in part, why the FBI has concluded this appears to have been a second assassination attempt against Trump.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, clearly, in my mind anyway, that's the appropriate classification for this particular incident. We're just fortunate. We're very lucky. We were lucky in July in Butler, Pennsylvania, and again today. But luck only goes so far. And so everyone has to be incredibly vigilant, enhance security, not just for the former president, but for all of the candidates, because we're just in an environment right now where you have a lot of unstable people who apparently are not afraid to try to actually harm someone. So we're very fortunate that the Secret Service agent was able to spot this and able to take immediate action and prevent a tragedy from occurring.
And that Secret Service agent spotted the barrel of a rifle sticking out from those trees near that golf course right there. And that's when shots were fired at the suspect, and eventually another individual saw what was going on and took some pictures of the vehicle that the suspect was using, the license plate, and eventually the suspect was captured in Martin County, just north of Palm Beach County, not very far away. Jonathan Wackrow, the fact that there was a GoPro camera that was right near that fence, near those backpacks that the suspect had over there, what does that say to you?
Look at this setup. Shit. This motherfucker had... What is that? You got a GoPro. Is that the GoPro right there? I don't know. This look like bulletproof shields or something. I don't know. With the AR sitting right there, y'all. This is crazy, man. What is going on? How did he get that close? How the fuck did he get that close, man? God damn, Trump.
Well, listen, Wolf, I think that a lot of these elements speak to an elevated level of sophistication by this shooter, right? So the GoPro camera was the intent here to live stream this attack. By the fact that we saw those, we heard reporting that, and I believe we heard it during the press conference as well, that the backpacks contained ceramic plates. Again, this was really setting up a firing position. The shooter probably intended to engage directly with Secret Service agents at one point. I think the Secret Service structure, though, the protective methodology, by putting out agents in advance of the protectee during their golf operations to really flush out this type of threat along the edges of the fairways, really proved successful. This is a model that the Secret Service has applied to these types of activities for a long time. I mean, dating back to, I believe, the Bush and Clinton administrations, where putting agents anywhere from 75 to 150 yards in advance, again trying to expand out of that protective bubble around the protectee just for this very reason. But it's difficult. I mean, they're out there flanking the protectee for a long time. This person obviously set up their location. They had a level of cover and concealment to launch this attack. They most likely had a line of sight from that fence line back into the fairway. That's disturbing. And more troubling is the accessibility, the ease of ingress and egress by this attacker. They had that escape route. The critical factor that we heard during the press conference.
Look at this shit. That's the golf club right here. So he said he was golfing at this moment. He was golfing. At the moment, somebody tried to take his life. So I don't see where they said the shooter was at. I don't think they show it. But he's way over here golfing. Huh? He's at these holes right here. Is that where the shooter's at? I don't know. But how did the shooter know that he was going to be outside at this moment? How did he know? How did he know where to set up? This is a huge so I'm not even going to speculate because they not showing where he was set up at. But damn. This world's gone mad.
Is the witness. They saw the suspect running away, getting into the vehicle. And I think Andy McCabe said, very smartly, the person took out their phone, took a picture of the car, and then got the license plate. The communication with federal, state, and local law enforcement entities through the real-time crime center got that information out almost instantaneously. And utilizing license plate readers, they were able to track the direction of the vehicle, make the vehicle stop, and get the suspect in custody without incident. So this is a real big success for law enforcement, and it all centers around the coordination, the rapid coordination of information and dissemination to all stakeholders. We heard that during the press conference. It was great to see everybody reassuring the public that there's no additional danger and that all stakeholders within the law enforcement and prosecutorial community were represented there.
And you can see how close this golf club is to Interstate 95, a major highway going all through the state of Florida, all the way up the East Coast as well. Caitlin, go ahead.
While we're looking at this, I just want to keep this image up because you're seeing Trump International Golf Course right here. We're highlighting hole 5 and hole 6 because that's where we believe Trump was getting close to when the agents were walking ahead of him. And what's remarkable about this is they were talking about the 3 roads that are the access points. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is right there to your top right, a little bit above where hole 5 is. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office in the jail actually backs up to
the suspect running away, getting into the vehicle. And I think Andy McCabe said, very smartly, the person took out their phone, took a picture of the car, and then got the license plate. Wait a minute. The communication.
Hold on, CNN. Hold on. Hole 5 and hole 6. I-95, Trump Golf Club. Hole 5, hole 6. Right here, we got a little pond probably. I don't know. I can't see that shit. It's right at the edge of whatever this street is in junction with this street, right? But then we say, I don't know. I don't golf, but this is hole 5 and hole 6. Way over here now? I don't know. But go ahead. I'm listening. It's all breaking news. They're all probably trying to figure this out. I'm going to go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's go ahead and figure it out.
We're highlighting hole 5 and hole 6 because that's where we believe Trump was getting close to when the agents were walking ahead of him. And what's remarkable about this is they were talking about the 3 roads that are the access points. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is right there to your top right, a little bit above where hole 5 is. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office in the jail actually backs up to Donald Trump's golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. And just to give you a sense of what we were looking at on the ground and how quickly officials were able to move here, and they put out that be on the lookout alert for the person that the witness luckily was able to see a person leaving the bushes, emerging and getting into a black car and then driving, which they apprehended on I-95 just north of Palm Beach County, and what we're looking at here on this image. And so, John Miller, when you look at this and what we've heard from officials, they would not say outright that they have a suspect in custody, but the sheriff said, John Miller, that they have a potential suspect in custody. And so when that is the case, and they have someone that they are obviously questioning, what we were told earlier is that this person has not made any statements yet.
If he ain't the suspect, guarantee he's snitching. Guarantee he's snitching.
But they did describe a calm demeanor earlier when we were hearing from the Martin County Sheriff about actually apprehending this person and turning them over to the FBI. What does this look like behind the scenes right now?
Are your kids in grades 6 to 11? Harvard has made SAT and ACT.
We ain't about to hear no ads from you. Now, I want to hear what Fox News got to say.
Be honest, pretty emotional.
The big weekend show begins with a Fox News alert, a second assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
Info.
1:30 this afternoon.
I do want to say something, though. It was like 10 minutes ago. Now, as all of this news is breaking right now, I guess we got to reserve judgment, right? Is that what they say? We got to reserve our judgment. But I just want to know, how the fuck can something like this happen twice? I just want to know. Y'all can speculate your own, but I guess I'm going to wait a little bit just for y'all's sake, but this is not looking too good. It's not looking too good.
Call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. In the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off.
Tonight, former President Trump is safe and well after being targeted while golfing at the Trump International Golf Club. The suspected gunman's car was pulled over by Martin County Police, where he was taken into custody. Also found at the scene where shots were fired were weapons hanging on a fence. This comes just over 2 months after the former president survived a first assassination attempt during his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Joining us now to discuss, the host of Hannity, Sean Hannity. Sean, thank you so much for being here tonight, especially because you've been talking to the former president tonight and his family. How are they doing?
Well, President Trump is fight Trump. I mean,
that nigga better calm down.
It's interesting. I had gone to breakfast with Steve Witkoff. Steve Witkoff is a brilliant developer, businessman in Florida, a good friend of mine, good friend of the president's. We went to breakfast. He was trying to get me to go play golf with him. I really don't play a lot of golf. And I said, thank you, but I got work to do. And anyway, so he called me not long after this happened, and I spoke to him numerous times. I spoke to President Trump numerous times, and they both described pretty much the same scene. Steve probably gave me more details in terms of what was happening because he was the observer of the Secret Service that was on duty. He couldn't say enough in terms of praising them and the people around the president and how quickly they were to jump on him, get him in a very fast golf cart that was secure, and get him back to safety immediately. Then Steve followed. When Steve walked back into the clubhouse, he heard the president asking, "Where's Steve? Where's this person? Where's that person?" And once the president was assured that everybody was safe, then he started joking and he said, "Oh, I was shooting an even round and I had a birdie putt and I really wish that I could have finished that hole." And that was how he handled it. But we've learned a lot since then. And I want to say this through the prism of my whole, so many members of my family, extended family, have been in law enforcement. My own parents connected to law enforcement in different capacities. And I love the Secret Service, and the guys that were there with the president were amazing. Steve Witkoff will explain all of this on my show tomorrow night. However, when we were watching that press conference with law enforcement today, one thing really I found alarming and glaring when they pointed out that the shooter with an AK-47 and a scope was 300 to 500 yards away from where the president was, and that there was a tree line and that there was a fence, and he was firing through the fence, and he had 2 backpacks and a GoPro, which would indicate he probably wanted to videotape or memorialize what he was doing, which is scary too. We'll find out, I'm sure, more in the days to come.
He was trying to capture that moment.
This is my problem, and this goes back to Butler, PA. And if you remember earlier in the week, Connecticut Senator Blumenthal made the comment, when Americans find out what happened in Butler and the level of failure that took place there, and originally we're told that it was a sloped roof that made it impossible for the Secret Service to safely secure the area, and it turned out that it was not a sloped roof. And when we find 300 to 500 yards away from not only a former president, as they said, but a top presidential candidate is unacceptable. And you have to secure the perimeter, because if anybody knows anything about shooting, you know that that is the equivalent pretty much of a layup, or if you're a golfer, that would be a 1-foot putt that you're not going to miss 99% of the time. And that.
Wait a minute. We're talking about golfing, Sean? Really? Really? You trying to explain golfing to everybody that's trying to figure out what the fuck just happened with Trump being shot at again, or another attempt on his life? No, we don't play golf, motherfucker. What? What are you talking about, bro? What's going on? Am I tripping? I could be tripping.
That in and of itself is a problem. And what they said was, well, he's not the current president. No, but he's a former president who just survived a recent assassination attempt, and he's the current presidential candidate for the Republican Party, and we have an election in 51 days. And we need answers. Why didn't they have either security cameras?
Right. That's what I want.
Why didn't they have motion detectors? Why didn't they have somebody outside on the street where the shooter was located looking in on this? I do applaud the snipers that identified that there was somebody that had a gun and took their shots. We don't have all the details yet, but when those details become available, I think it'll be very revealing. But somebody in this position, this is a security failure again. And there's really no other way to put it. And I don't know why. I'm sure we'll get answers in the days to weeks to come. This interim report that Congress is going to put out, if it is as Senator Blumenthal, the Democrat from Connecticut, describes as Americans will be appalled and shocked by what we learn in terms of the security failures in Butler, I can only imagine how people are going to react to what happened here. There are more questions than answers tonight, Alicia, and by the way, and Charles and Joe and everybody there.
Yeah, this shit crazy, man. This shit crazy. I want to hear. I want to hear the press conference. I do. My name is Tyler Bennett, and my name is. I want to hear. This is my main thing. I know I could be. Hold on one second. We don't want to give y'all no airtime.
Is safe. Let's listen to the.
This is what I want to hear. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all can call me crazy or whatever, conspiracy theorist. Don't give a shit. What I want to know is, Are they going to use the term domestic terrorists? That's what I want to know. I want to know if they're going to call this person, because we don't know the identity, at least I don't yet, but I want to see if they're going to use the term domestic terrorist. What do y'all think? Y'all think they're going to use it? I don't, but let's see what happens. Hold on.
The latest from officials.
Call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the witness that witnessed the incident.
There's a victim?
Flew him up.
I didn't hear about the victim. He slipped. It's okay. This is all breaking news. Stalling him out.
There, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car. Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now.
Why ceramic tile?
The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off.
Damn.
So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody right now that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it, but as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background. So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service, and he's going to make a brief statement.
All right, well, this video is...
Good afternoon, everyone. I first want to thank...
I didn't hear it coming from him. Hold on. He didn't call it a terrorist attack. I didn't hear it. But this video is 4 hours long. 4 hours ago. Do we have a picture? Did we get a picture yet? Is they still booking this nigga? Come on, y'all. I need some fucking news.
All of our law enforcement partners, to include the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and the Martin County Sheriff's Office, for their involvement today. Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line, and this matter is under investigation.
So they shot at him.
I'll turn it over to my partners over at the FBI.
That's all you came to say, motherfucker? He didn't call him terrorists, so they did shoot at his ass.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Veltri. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI's Miami field office. The FBI has assumed the role as the lead federal law enforcement agency in the investigation of the incident that occurred earlier today at Trump International Golf Course here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We've deployed a number of resources, including the investigative teams, crisis response team members, bomb technicians, and evidence response team members as well. What we need right now is for the public to avoid the area around the golf course. We will continue to support this investigation with the full resources of the FBI, alongside our partners with the United States Secret Service and the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, as well as Martin County Sheriff's Office and state and local law enforcement. I would ask that if anyone has any information that may assist with this investigation, to contact our tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI or at TIPS, that's TIPS.
They ain't about to do it.
FBI.
They ain't about to call him a motherfucking domestic terrorist, and I knew it. Bitches. Now, I need some new info, because I see we got some new info. Hold on.
You see how...
I want to make sure this is a CNN a couple hours ago. My bad. Let's see what they got to say.
Kristen's point.
We got some new details of the detainee.
Ask John Miller, what you're learning right now. And I know that Kristen and Randy were going through some of the details about the suspect, who I just want to make sure everyone knows, since we are talking about the second assassination attempt, it appears in 9 weeks, that this individual is in custody. Right, the Secret Service engaged him. He tried to flee, but he is in custody, so they're able to question him. At least from my understanding, he hasn't said anything as of yet. But what are you learning from your sources about this individual and why he was there? To Kristen's point, if no one else knew Trump for sure was going to be in the state of Florida, never mind at Mar-a-Lago on the golf course, was he just sitting there every day waiting for this opportunity, or did he have some sort of information?
Well, what we know is Ryan Wesley Routh, who is a 58-year-old individual who has lived in Hawaii, has worked as a construction worker in North Carolina, is in Florida today in custody. He was arrested driving a car that was registered to what we believe is his daughter. And how did he know to be on that golf course?
Now, Ryan Routh, hold on. I think that's what he said his name was.
In North Carolina, is in a 58-year-old individual who...
I want to see his name.
Has worked at...
his name.
Well, what we know is Ryan Wesley Routh, who is a 58-year-old individual who has lived in Hawaii, has worked as a construction worker in North Carolina, is in Florida today in custody. He was arrested driving a car that was registered to what we believe is his daughter. And how did he know to be on that golf course, on that perimeter at that time on this day? Is one of the key questions that the FBI and the Secret Service, from a protective intelligence standpoint, are going to need to know the answer to. But there is one possibility, because Kristen Holmes, who's done incredible reporting throughout the day on this, tells us it's not on a public schedule. It is, not known to people that, where he's going and when.
Right, that's what I want to know. Like, how did he know he was going to be golfing?
It's a big cavalcade of cars. So if you see it going from one place to another, you can have an idea. But more relevantly, in today's age, and we experienced this in New York City, protecting presidents, where we would do something called an OTR, an off the record. It wasn't on the schedule. They would go to dinner at a place. It would be some private meeting where people spot that on social media and they put it out. So if he was in the area lingering for a long time, looking for that information, they'll have to go back through social media. And did somebody say, I'm on the golf course and Donald Trump is here?
And that's possible. Then we don't yet know whether, when they scour that, what they will find. Jonathan Wecker, we also don't know exactly the distance, for example, right now between the Secret Service agent who spotted that barrel, AK-47, the barrel sticking through that chain link fence with the scope, the distance between the agent and between that gun, whether they saw it with the naked eye or not. We know that this all went down very quickly, that gun was already, through the chain link fence waiting. So, Jonathan, what is your view from what we know right now? It's limited, but that's what we know about the actions of that Secret Service agent.
Well, I think it's important to understand that the Secret Service has been dealing with protectees that play golf for a very long time. And they've curated over the years the protective model. And what I mean by that is, if you think about a golf course.
Yeah, I deal with these niggas playing golf all the goddamn time. Hold on, I think we got a little bit more recent shit to look at. Because this news broke a few hours ago, and I think I'm the late one. I don't care. Who gives a shit? But let's see if we got some new news, because I think, what was this, about 20 minutes ago? Am I tripping? I could be lying to y'all. Don't let me, I'm known for lying to y'all. Let me see.
You can sell this.
Yeah, I don't want to sell nothing. I don't want to sell anything. So let's see. We got some new news. Because this is crazy, you guys. God damn, Trump.
President Donald Trump is safe after shots were fired in his vicinity at his golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. The FBI now says it is investigating the incident as an apparent assassination attempt. These are images of the former president's motorcade. Trump was golfing at the time. He said later that he heard popping sounds. ABC News has learned that an assault-style rifle was found at the scene. Officials say a suspect appeared to be aiming a gun near the former president. The Secret Service then fired shots. Authorities say the suspect fled in a vehicle but was apprehended by law enforcement in a neighboring county. President Biden and Vice President Harris were both briefed on the incident and expressed their relief that Trump was not hurt. The former president survived an assassination attempt at a rally in Pennsylvania just this past July. A retired firefighter at the event was killed. 2 other bystanders were injured. The incident led to the resignation of the Secret Service director and increased protection for Trump and other candidates. Tonight, the Secret Service has increased security around the White House and the Vice President's residence. ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas leads us.
Think about that. The last attempt, they fired somebody. They tried to hold somebody accountable, right? They had hearings and everything, right? As if the person at the head can control the minds of some crazies out there. The person at the head of the Secret Service can control if somebody wants to attack the president. Nah, bro. If somebody really want to, they're going to do what they have to do. So, with them saying, oh, yeah, last time this happened, one of the Secret Services had to go. What about now? Right? You got rid of the issue, right? Right? Because this was at his home. Or at Mar-a-Lago where he was golfing at. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This is crazy. It's crazy. I tell you, the climate that we in right now is, you have to be aware of your surroundings, of what's going on. Everybody don't have Secret Service to watch their back. You know what I mean? They said that Secret Service go what? A few holes ahead. You know what I'm saying? Just to watch them. But the climate we are in, why y'all don't want Trump around? That's my question. I don't like Trump. I'm having fun talking shit about him. Why the fuck y'all trying to take him out, man? I mean, what the, bro? Like, it makes you think. It makes you want to think what's really going on right now, because now that we got this guy, and he's alive, they say allegedly he's not the killer, or the shooter, or the person that had the gun. They don't know. They just pulled him over. I wonder if they're going to get actual questions out of him. Right? Like, this is that time, you know. They didn't get to question the last guy because they shot and killed him, right? So if they want to come out with this whole, let's wait for the motive fucking spill, let them wait. But he's here. He's alive. He's in custody. I want to know if y'all going to call him a terrorist.
Off with the very latest.
Tonight, another security scare involving former President Trump and what's being investigated as a possible assassination attempt. Sources telling ABC News a man with an assault-style rifle was near the golf course as Donald Trump was playing.
They have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. In the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic.
Telling ABC News at around 2 p.m., Secret Service personnel saw a suspect who appeared to be aiming an assault-style rifle. The Secret Service fired shots at the suspect, who...
Ew. Could you imagine being on the freeway right there, bro, and this motherfucking chopper sitting right here? Oh, no, you're behind these niggas. Check this shit out. Oh, man.
Dropped the rifle and fled. He was later captured a short distance away on a nearby highway.
What?
The Martin County Sheriff's Office sharing this picture of the car on the side of the road surrounded by police.
The threat level is high. We have increased the amount of assets that we've supported, so we live in danger times.
The FBI is now leading the investigation as authorities attempt to determine what exactly took place and why the man was at the golf course with the rifle. Officials saying the rifle has been recovered. This all comes as the Secret Service continues to face criticism and scrutiny after a man attempted to assassinate Trump at that Pennsylvania rally in July. Trump and 2 others injured and a volunteer firefighter killed. Lindsay, tonight law enforcement is saying the suspect was 300 to 500 yards away from the former president. Trump again not harmed and said to be in good spirits. But this was truly...
Shut up. And again, nobody called him a terrorist. And it is what it is. So let's see. We got some more breaking news because this is some serious shit, you guys. This is some real
food prices are
serious shit. And I'm here to cover it. I am. I want to know his identity. I want to see the picture. We want to see the picture. I don't know if anybody got the picture. Did anybody get the picture? Let me go see if I can get the picture. Because I don't believe they got the picture yet. I think they fucking with us. I think they got the picture and they don't want to show it. What they got to say.
Coverage of the attempted assassination of Trump. We've learned the suspect has roots right here in the Triad. Ryan Ruth, the man accused of hiding with an AK-47 style rifle on a Trump-owned golf course, spent years living in Greensboro.
Hold on. Let's see if we get the picture our damn self. Ryan Ruth. Oh, I guess not. Not now, motherfucker. Images. I don't think this is the dude. We gonna wait. It's too breaking. Oh, y'all didn't want to see that.
Bro. Fox 8's Elijah Skipper is live now in the studio with us. Elijah, you talked with one of his former neighbors who shared what she remembered about him.
Yeah, that's right. The neighbor I spoke with says she has known Ralph for nearly 2 decades. She described him as unusual, but said she could have never expected him to be involved in something like this. In fact, she says that when they last spoke,
an AK-47 style rifle on a Trump-owned golf course, spent years living in Greensboro. Fox 8's Elijah Skipper is live now. Of Trump. We've learned the suspect has roots right here in the Triad. Ryan Ruth, the man accused of hiding with an AK-47 style rifle on a Trump-owned golf course, spent years living in Greensboro. Fox 8's Elijah Skipper is live now in the studio with us. Elijah, you talked with one of his former neighbors who shared what she remembered about him.
Yeah, that's right. The neighbor I spoke with says she has known Ralph for nearly 2 decades.
Ralph.
She described him as unusual, but said she could have never expected him to be involved in something like this. In fact, she says that when they last spoke back in May,
it's all breaking news, okay? We're not going to judge. It's all breaking news. I'm trying to figure it out my damn, so you got me Googling the wrong goddamn guy. We didn't even have the Ralph when we said the name. It's okay. We're going to figure this out in a minute.
Just before he moved to Hawaii, everything seemed normal. He even gave her a hug as he said goodbye.
I thought he was just living the life, you know, in Hawaii with the girlfriend and all. And so, I mean, for him to be, like I said, assassinating the president, that's just crazy.
That's the reaction from a woman who says she's known Ryan Ralph for nearly 20 years. Ralph, the man accused of hiding with an AK-47 at a Trump-owned golf course, lived for decades in this Greensboro neighborhood before moving to Hawaii in early May.
Let's try it again. Ryan Ralph, Trump assassinator. We could call him the assassinator. Attempter or some shit. Is that him? Is that him? There's Ryan. Oh, Lord. Look at Mr. Ryan Ralph. Oh, I can't move this. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see? Wait a minute. I want to make sure y'all can see this. That is Ryan. Look at Ryan. Oh, Lord. Is this Ryan? Yep. Alleged Trump gunman Ryan Wesley, probably Ralph. That's him. That's him, y'all. American flag or British something around his neck, right? Don't let me lie to y'all. So this guy tried to take out the president today, and nobody's calling him a domestic terrorist. I wonder why. I really do. I seen him.
I mean, I didn't think he would go that far. I mean, like, I knew he was a little cuckoo, but to assassinate the president, I mean, he was going to be going away for a long time. I
knew he was a little cuckoo.
I just don't, I mean, if I didn't see it with my own eyes, I mean, the picture and stuff and all, I wouldn't even believe that.
This neighbor who wishes to remain anonymous says she wasn't surprised to hear about guns being involved. She claims seeing them in Ralph's home over the years.
I've seen the guns myself and all, but yeah, they had a lot of guns over there and stuff and all. Like I said, and a lot of people were afraid of him. I mean, back in the day, I mean,
she didn't want to be on camera.
Confirmed Ralph's past includes several run-ins with the law, dating back to the early 2000s. According to court records, he faced charges for carrying a concealed weapon, hit and run, and barricading himself inside a local business with a firearm. Neighbors say encounters with Ralph over the years were sometimes tense.
We've called police on each other, I mean, and everything, him and my son and all, and it was, like I said, it was a lot.
That neighbor says that Ralph brought her a shirt before he left for Hawaii as a gift and hired her son to help with his move. She says everything seemed normal at that time.
This nigga brought her a shirt. Nobody give a fuck. Bruh, we in the Twilight Zone. But it's okay. It's okay. We are here all together. We're going to be in Twilight Zone together, right? Let's go ahead and figure this shit out because this Ryan Ralph Ruth guy, this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't know what to make of it, but we're going to keep on covering it. Yes? Yes. Hold on.
And I'm Blake Hansen. He was taken into custody alive and without incident after driving off from Trump's West Palm Beach golf course. The sheriff's office there will.
Now, I want to hear some new news. I do. I want to see. I want to hear if he had an accomplice. You know what I mean? I want to know. I want to know, bro. I don't care how. This was hours ago. Well, this one right here was about 20 minutes ago. But this happened hours ago. I know we got something. I know we got some information. Come on now. Somebody tell me something that we don't know already.
Released pictures of evidence collected at the scene: an AK-47 rifle, 2 backpacks, and a GoPro apparently set up to record the attack. Ruth, according to public records, has a long criminal record, including a standoff with police in North Carolina in 2002.
Damn.
His most recent residence appears to have been Hawaii, with a record of construction work. Investigators say they found ceramic tile in those backpacks left on the fence, which can be used in protective shielding, possibly if he was expecting a shootout.
That's what I'm saying. Ceramic tile. I did say that he had something that looked like shields or something, but ceramic tile. I don't think that's gonna help, bro. If the police are shooting at you, do you think a piece of ceramic tile, maybe he had a lot? I don't think so, because a lot of tile is heavy, so we're trying to figure out how much tile did he have for protection. But the ceramic tile, bro, you can break ceramic tile on accident. You mean tell me you use that as your shielding? Bro, this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy.
But there is still a lot we do not know, including the motive, how the suspect knew Trump was on the golf course at the time, and how he got that close. Fox's Connor Hansen picks up our coverage of the investigation.
The FBI investigating a second assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump, this time at his golf course in Florida. Secret Service reported shots fired at 1:30 p.m. Sunday outside Trump International Golf Club where Trump was playing. A Secret Service advance team.
Now let's see where they say hole 5 and 6 was. Okay. Now, this is the club, right? Remember they said it was here, hole 5 and 6, and then they moved it over here, 5 and 6. But was this the highway? I don't think so. I think the highway 95 is a little further out that way. I don't know. But let's see the significance of this little picture here.
Team spotted the gunman before they opened fire.
What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president's vehicle on I-95.
Secret Service found an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks, and the alleged assassin started trailing the former president. Sunday's round of golf was not on his public schedule. The FBI and Secret Service are handling the investigation. Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Shortly after the incident, Trump posted on his social media platform, Truth Social, there were gunshots in my vicinity, but before rumors start spiraling out of control, I wanted you to hear this first. I am safe and well. Nothing will slow me down. I will never surrender. Trump's motorcade left the golf course late this afternoon and returned to his nearby estate at Mar-a-Lago. Vice President Kamala Harris reacted to the news.
Hold on, Kamala. What do you mean you won't surrender? What do you mean? Is that like one of those, I'm still running, fuck y'all try to take me out? But surrender, like, do you think it was some officials? You think this is like from the top? You think this was like someone that have jurisdiction to arrest you or some shit? What do you mean surrender? What do you mean? I do want to know, Trump. What are you talking about? All right, Kamala Harris has her little take
of the shooting as well. In a statement to X, Harris said, I have been briefed on reports of gunshots fired near former President Trump and his property in Florida, and I am glad he is safe. Violence has no place in America. President Biden echoed those remarks this evening and directed the Secret Service to provide every resource to protect Trump. I want to listen in now to the sheriff of Palm Beach County, Florida, explain how a private citizen helped law enforcement track down the suspect quickly.
1:30 this afternoon.
Well, I don't think I'm getting no new news. But yes, this was fucking crazy, and I don't know what to say, y'all. I really don't. I think the country is at a cold ass pivot point where views are being ignored. The things the people's values that they're fighting for, that they're voting for, that they want public officials to fight for and scream for, they're being ignored. And I don't know if this has anything to do with this assassination attempt, but I think right now the country is so involved, more than they have been in politics. You got young folks knowing, at least who Trump is, right? And the economy is, people feeling it. They don't understand it. A lot of people aren't economists, so they want to blame the person in office. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. But the overall emotion in this climate is crazy. It almost looked constructed, like somebody was reading a book and they was trying to act out the end of days or something. I don't know, but for some reason, it's like a stiffness in the air. I can feel it. I know y'all feel it. And I think, I don't know. I don't like how they handle these white criminal domestic terrorists with soft hands. Just say it. It's a fucking terrorist. And we just had a shooting, a school shooting in Georgia a few weeks ago. And the way that shit just got washed away, swept under the rug. Oh, yeah, this happened. And we're not even really discussing the fact that they're charging the father of the kid that shot up the school. And I want to hone in on something. I do. As an African-American, I don't know if y'all noticed that. I'm African American. As an African American man, born and raised out here, I've been told a lot that we are, I guess, what our community speaks of or says we are, or what our communities look like it's about. They like to paint everybody with a broad brush They call all black folks criminals, thugs. And I'm just wondering, why y'all don't say that to white folks? I just wonder. Like, when shit like this happened, this is the second attempt. Last dude was white. This dude was white. The school shooter was white. Do we ever get a chance to say, oh, you white folks tripping? Do we ever, not all of y'all, because I'm not racist. I got white friends. But the way they get at brothers, it could be an elected official. Doesn't matter. A smear will come out. Oh, you was a thug in your days. You used to sell dope. You used to dope. We all know you was. Hey, they don't give no respect. No respect. But these gun-toting activists that, you know, will have their children at the gun range, just pledging, you know, protect the democracy. We got a lot of people screaming civil war. This shit is getting to a point where I think a lot of us need to pay attention, because they're not going to call these people domestic terrorists, and it's going to get to the point where we're going to be outnumbered. We're going to be outnumbered because they look at these people as something to not fear. Oh, it's just another crazy white person. Oh, it's just another crazy white person. Just another crazy white person. Meanwhile, black schools, black churches and shit getting shot up. And I'm just trying to figure this shit out, to be honest with you. Because we got people like even Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer talking shit about, you know, race. Saying that the White House gonna smell like curry once Kamala Harris, if Kamala Harris become president. J.D. Vance's wife is Indian too, but that's neither here nor there. But they're bold with their racism. They don't care for people to know that they think like that. And I said it in one of my videos. I'm like, damn, what's going on, man? It just, like, do we have to study the hate that y'all have for us? You know? And I wouldn't even say for us, because it's something in y'all that think y'all can just go out shooting anything you want. And it makes sense, because look at how they treat y'all when y'all get caught. This dude tried to take out the president. The second dude tried to take out the president. Oh, yeah. I bet you they call him crazy. I bet you they call this motherfucker crazy. So be careful. Because these people, it seems like they're allowing them to carry out these atrocities without labeling them as terrorists. And when you know how they love them labels, bro. You better not label me something. Shit. That's how they feel. And if they don't get labeled as that, they feel like they can get away with anything. No, I was just emotional. I wasn't trying to cause political damage or commit a crime for political cause. I was just frustrated at what's going on in the climate. And they gonna let that shit ride. Oh, he's just crazy. He was just crazy. But let that have been a brother. Which we ain't that crazy. We don't, what? We don't do that kind of shit. But I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick and tired of them handling these homegrown terrorists with soft hands. You know, they call them migrants, pet eaters, and all type of shit. But they do not want to address the white nationalists, the new neo-Nazis in America who's bold enough to commit these kind of atrocities. And I just think I'm not racist. I'm not. But some racists think like this. But I don't think Trump was targeted because of his race. So I'm not putting all white folks in the in one little category, but I think something's wrong with y'all. I think just the gall, just y'all being able to in your head say, "Oh, fuck that, I'm American." Some of the military heads, "Oh, I served this country. I can do whatever I want." I seen a video, some vet calling this lady a nigger, and then called a cop a nigger, and then like the gall. Like, what's something? Because I know he wasn't attacked because of his race. I just think that's that sense of entitlement that need to be called out and watched out